There's lots of benefits to going to the gym and being healthy, right? There's no secret. You can prevent cancer, you can prevent diabetes, you can prevent all of these health hazards, you can live a comfortable life with energy, you look good, feel good, all these good things, right? Tons of benefits, but the biggest benefit is the one that nobody talks about. The biggest benefit that comes from working out is the one that nobody's ever discussed. And I never hear people talk about this. You never see a commercial for it. You never see people promoting it. I rarely, if ever, I don't think I've ever seen a Facebook or an Instagram post about it, but it's what I call post-gym clarity, right? Like when you get done with a workout, see what happens is we are energy, okay? So we consume food and water, which is like our body is like a combustion engine, right? The food and water break down and become energy and run our heart, right? Our heart's like the piston in an engine, right? Pump, right? So our heart's like the piston in a combustion engine. So we're consuming food and water, which are the equivalent of gasoline. Our heart is the piston, pumping it out, lighting it on fire, sending it through the body so that the blood moves, so that the brain works, so that we're moving, right? So I say that because when you go into the gym, everything's connected. You go into the gym, you're sweating, you're pushing. So we've got all this energy. What happens to a lot of people is they eat a lot, right? You live here in America, you go and you buy a plate of food feed 3 fucking normal people. We throw so much away. There's fucking people starving all over the world and we throw a gazillion pounds of food away a day here in America. It's embarrassing as fuck. And the problem is America's, just a side note, America's a very litigious country. So if you try to feed somebody some leftovers and they got sick from them, they fucking sue them. So you can't afford to take that risk. So it's like, closed mouths go unfed. So here's the deal. I say that because you go into these places, you eat, like let's say you go to lunch somewhere and you eat 3 enchiladas, rice and beans. That's a fucking lot of food. That's maybe 3,000 calories. The daily recommended allowance is somewhere around 2,000, and that's if you're burning energy. So then you've consumed 3,000 calories for the day. You go back and you just sit behind your desk. So you're not really burning any calories. You're burning, on a treadmill at 6 miles an hour for 30 minutes, you might burn 200 calories, right? Maybe. Okay, and I'm just giving general math here for the macro people. Calm the fuck down. So you might burn a couple hundred calories. So imagine sitting behind a desk for 6 hours, just moving your wrists, man. You're burning 10 or 15 calories in that 6 hour period of time at best, when you're designed as human beings to roam the jungles, to roam the caves, to constantly be moving to where we're burning 200 or 300 calories an hour. Therefore, if we're active 10 hours a day, 2,000 calories, recommended daily allowance, so on and so forth to stay healthy. In America, it doesn't work that way. We have a fucking shitload of extra calories. Extra calories, calories just a simple way of saying a unit for energy, right? So if we have extra units for energy, we need to blow that energy up. That's why it's important to get in the gym. So what happens is you eat this 3,000 calories in the form of bullshit food because they're fucking poisonous in this country and the frogs are turning gay. I didn't mean to go Alex Jones on you, but you get the point here, right? They're feeding us bullshit fucking food. It's true. We're getting poison. And then we're eating so much of it that we have an abundance of it. That energy stores up. It gives us brain fog. It gives us autoimmune disease. It gives us all these things. And so what happens is when we go into the gym, we're burning that extra energy off. And now all of a sudden we're back to where we're supposed to be. Our brain's calibrated right. Our blood sugar's calibrated right. So we can think clearly, see clearly, and feel clearly to where we're better to operate. And I call that period after you've gone to the gym and you've sweat and you've burned that energy and you're back to normal. You haven't eaten yet and you're back to normal. So what happens? You go to the gym, you burn it off. A lot of times you refuel it, right? Because we're hungry. It's the way Americans are programmed, whether that's what you do or not. That's what the typical person does. But that period between burning it off and getting back to even before you refuel again with more calories, that post-gym clarity that comes within that period of time is unmatched. The greatest ideas I've ever had, the biggest breakthroughs I've ever had, the biggest aha moments, the greatest strides that I've made in business, personal life, amending relationships, all those things have come during that period of time. The biggest benefit is not the runner's high. It's not the dopamine. It's not the guns for fun. It's not the 6-pack abs. It's that post-gym clarity period. By the time that you left it all in the gym before you pick it up and refuel it is the clearest mentally cognitive place that I've ever been in my life. If you've never been there, you need to get your ass to the gym because it'll help solve a lot of your problems. A lot of you's problem is you got so much energy pent up inside of you. It's turned into anxiousness. It's turned into anxiety. It's turned into stress. It's turned into all these things because you haven't exercised that energy and that demon that's within you. So get your ass in the gym, leave everything on the flow, get down on the flow and get after it, because that post gym clarity is unmatched.